One time the only good one I had on this fucking kid Roosevelt was I was just like again in a basketball tournament. I just straight up classic took his toothbrush and just absolutely rubbed my balls all over it, and then just put it back, and he was just put it right back, and we were all sitting at breakfast the next day, and he had this fucking his roommate was this fucking idiot named Nisi, and he would just fucking he was like, "Hey Roosevelt, did you brush your teeth?" And he was like, "Yes." He was like, "Did you brush them real hard?" And he was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, I brushed my teeth." He thought we were like making fun of him for not having, and we're like, "Yeah, Stav rubbed his balls." And he was just like, "No, I never brushed my teeth. I never brushed my teeth at all. I never did." And he just like, that was probably one of my finest moments.
Yeah, I remember in like junior high, me and my friends were hanging out, and there was like a hat in like just on the ground that my friend Bernardo found, and he like just pulled down his pants and took a shit in the hat.
Holy shit, that's
There's
awesome.
like this younger kid. He was like, "Yeah, put the hat on." He's like, "No, get away from me." He's like, "Put it on." But then he just has this shitty ass he has to go around with. Smell like he shit himself.
That's awesome.
No, that shit's
Did
hilarious.
anybody put the hat on?
I did. There was one night, like me and my friend Brendan were driving around drunk, and we stopped at this kid Kevin's house that we didn't like, and I took a shit on. They had like at the end of their driveway like a lit like address, like with the numbers to their address, but like it was backlit, and I just squatted over the thing and took a big fucking dump like right on top of it, and just like laid it down.
Just so perfect and class. There's no thought. Just, I'm gonna shit on something.
Yeah, and then I got back in the car and it just reeked of shit because I couldn't wipe my ass. Right. And he was like, "What the fuck, dude? Did you shit yourself?" I'm like, "No, I checked." And then eventually the smell went away after like 5 minutes or so. But yeah, dude, you don't realize how much the water absorbs the smell. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's why I never understood that prank where people are like, "Yeah, you get dog shit in a bag
and you light
it on fire."
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, just use your own shit. I don't know why you have to involve a dog. You also make shit.
Yeah, it's true.
Fuck, man. I love the ones that aren't like thought out at all. Just shitting on something. One time I just took this kid's skateboard that I didn't like and I just pissed on it. Yeah. And that was it. That was just a solid prank.
I used to love pissing underneath the stall divider onto someone else's shoes.
Yeah, that's good. That's a classic.
What the fuck?
Like, what do you do in that situation? Yeah. Like, oops, sorry, dude.
They're shitting. They can't do anything.
They just lift their fucking legs up. Yeah. Fuck, man, chill.
Just piss all over their shoes. Yeah, dude, fucking soaking public bathrooms with your urine. That's a classic move. That'll never stop being fun. I did that in this Chinese restaurant one time. Oh man, I was like, man, it's me and my mom went to dinner at this Chinese restaurant. It's a nice little Chinese restaurant, and we got to order like takeout. And I went into the bathroom, and it was like a very nice bathroom, and they had like, you know, nice like paisley pink wallpaper. Yeah. And I just started pissing all over the walls. I just dying laughing. I was just laughing. Sorry, I pissed all over the mirror. Soak the toilet paper.
The toilet paper is the best one. To leave it on the roll but piss on it.
Yeah. I don't think I got a drop of piss in the toilet.
The funniest part of that is you returning to the table. You know, like
returning to the table, like leaving, and like as I leave the bathroom, she's like handing me the food. She's like, "Have a nice night." I'm like just crying, laughing. I'm like, "Thanks."
Knowing this bitch is about to walk in that bathroom and know exactly who did it. There's no mystery to that crime. It's
a fucking crime scene, dude. There's just piss all over the walls, and it was like soaking into the wallpaper.
Fuck, man.
That's so mean.
Yeah, I wish I had seen her face.
Well, that's
so
the thing,
mean.
man. That's just the meanest shit is when you get to, I mean, like, that's why there's a blowback against, like, edgy shit or whatever. But I feel like the reason a lot of, like, edgy shit doesn't work anymore is because a lot of the moral scolds are actually mean people themselves. Right. So it's not funny to them because they are just looking for a way to justify being shitty to people through, you know, moralism or whatever. But when, like, and there's moments where I've been like expressing empathy and I've been met with somebody just doing the meanest shit possible, and it fucking makes me laugh so hard. Yeah. There was like a retarded kid one time that, or like, you know, he was like autistic or something. It was just my friend Nathan, and like the kid had like a Game Boy or something, and he was like, "Hey kid, where'd you get that Game Boy?" And the kid was like, I got it from Santa or whatever. I was like, oh, okay. And then he's like, Santa's not real, you fucking idiot.
Oh, no, dude.
The kid was like 5. I was like, it just struck me as so funny. But the best example of that, I did their podcast the other day. The Frost Christman shout out.
Shout out Frost Christman.
By the way, this is, if you don't subscribe to the premium episodes, this is a premium episode you're listening to right now. So I guess you already do. Never mind. If you got friends you want to tell them about the premium episode.
Yeah, if you want to hear about the ways we bullied people in gay ways.
Yeah. No, there was this. I remember I used to work at this like cell phone kiosk, and with these like 2 Persian brothers. And like the older brother like had worked his way up at Radio Shack or whatever and got really good at selling phones at kiosks, and that was like his like business or whatever.
Right.
And the younger brother was just in it since he was like 11 because the older brother like brought him.
Of course,
in on it.
yeah.
And I was like friends. I was friends with both of them, but the younger brother was like closer to my age. He was probably like 3 years younger than me. But like all he did was sell shit. You know?
Right.
Almost like a stereotype where he's like a Persian.
Yeah. Hey, my friend.
Yeah. So, me and him would just rip people off. We worked at kind of like a shittier mall or whatever.
Right.
Most of the people that came in, like I learned occupational Spanish just to fucking sell legal immigrants, like, $900 Nextel phones that they didn't need or whatever. Like, hey, tienes celular? And then be like, no social needed. And then just fucking sign them up for like the most expensive plan or whatever. And, yeah, me and him had like a contest one time to see who like could rip people off the most with like like these like somebody used to sell ringtones back when you could only put like 5 ringtones on your phone, and so we're selling them for like 20 a piece, 30 a piece sometimes. Just
ringtones.
Yeah. Because we were really good at sales.
Jesus,
we would like talk people into it.
Yeah,
they're like, yeah, man, it's like, we really, we got to offset the cost of all this equipment. That's the problem. This laptop is like $8,000, like just lying or whatever.
It's so funny.
The
idea that a ringtone could.
But
cost.
like, did you keep the money or what was that?
Well, we got commission on it, so
yeah.
It was like like a probably with ringtones because there was 0 overhead. It was like the store gets fucking 15%, and then we keep whatever. We got like made a shit ton of money off.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but so this was like I was probably 18 at the time. And there had been different iterations of like these kiosks that I had known these brothers through. And we were working at one. It was a different company. It was a little bit more professional. Like, because like the one I met those guys at, there was no, we'd lie to people. I'd show up drunk all the time.
Right.
We had like a monitor on the screen that we were just using to bully the Pakistani guy that worked there. Put a picture of him on the screen. It was like, guess how old this man is, and when because he like looked like shit even though he was 21, and people are like 50, he's 50 years old, and they'd be like nope, and he'd be like the Pakistani guy would get all upset.
That's hilarious.
Sulk in the corner. Anyhow, so like it was one of the now you both phone guys now.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm trying to book the show.
All right, I don't know why I've been telling this story so long.
No, I'm listening.
Yeah, I'm
listening.
Yeah, no, I'm serious because there's very little payoff here. This started on the topic of like when you see somebody bully somebody.
Right.
Funny. Okay, so here's the story. So we're working at like this other kiosk or whatever, and this woman came in, and she was like a return customer, like somebody had already signed her up for shit, and she was coming back with a customer service issue, which like we don't see any money from. It's
Right.
most of our fucking time we work on commission, so like nobody really wants to deal with this shit.
Yeah.
We like hate these people. And she was like 50, and she had her like adult retarded son with her.
Hell
like
yes.
This like weird guy with this like weird like bird face and like just like weird posture. Just like in his pants, but he dressed like Adam, but like not ironically.
Right. He's getting Kirkland signatures for real.
Yeah. So, and she's there with him, and she just looks fucking worn out, and like she probably got ripped off by somebody. She signed up for a fucking Sprint phone, then her first bill is like literally $1,000 because the fucking cell phone companies used to just do that to people back in like 2006 or whatever, and she's there with this, her retarded son that just like he would quietly say to her like, I want to go to the game store, like, He just really wanted to go to GameStop and like just look confused, and she's like, we'll go after this. I have to take care of this or whatever. And so the younger brother was like helping them or whatever. He's like, nah, see, that's part of the plan that's in the contract or whatever. And he's like clearly like losing his patience with this. But I'm watching this, and this woman's like strung out, and she's like, I just don't have the money to pay for the, whatever.
Right.
And then I'm like constructing this story in my head for this woman and her like poor son, and like she's like, you want to have a kid, and then you have a kid, and then it comes out disabled, and that's gonna be a fucking disappointment. But then it gets to a certain point where, like, she's up at night, like, why isn't he dead yet? And it's like, don't think that, like just the torment of like having a 37-year-old
Jesus Christ,
disabled son you have to take care of. And I'm like almost at the point of like I'm almost about to cry. Like watching this woman, and I was like, it was like near the holidays too.
Yeah, of course.
It's just like really sad.
It's hard, yeah.
Yeah, it was like really fucking sad witnessing that. And then eventually, like they leave or whatever. And the younger brother or whatever, I'm like watching them walk away, and I'm like really sad. And he's like, he just looks at me, he's like, yo, that dude was a fucking loser. That fucking guy, dude, he's a fucking loser.
That's what he calls retarded people.
Oh my god.
He's retarded.
He just wants to fucking
And I laughed so hard.
That is so funny.
It's so funny. Yo, that guy's a fucking loser.
Like, just completely read that situation. That's your reading of that situation.
Yeah.
Like, makes him a good... Yeah.
No empathy. And
Zero.
It just completely took me out of it. Me and him used to bully the fuck out of people. There was this Indian guy that had a store, like a kiosk right next to ours. And ours was enclosed. Right. But we would go outside of it to like, nab people.
Bark
like,
people.
Hey man, what'd you get? Like, let me see what kind of phone you have, and talk to them because we have to make sales.
Right.
And he had a purse store called Lucky Bags.
Hell yeah.
There's this Indian guy that had this big fat Indian wife, and he would complain to mall management because we would bark at people in the direction of his kiosk or whatever. And he'd be like, they are stealing my customers. And it's like, it's completely different businesses.
You sell purses.
Yeah, you fucking idiot or whatever. And so he would like constantly, him and the wife would be like, do not talk to people in the direction of our store, or whatever. And the wife would like, she had this weird posture where she'd keep her back straight and put her like, arms behind it, clasp her arms behind her back and like sort of patrol the store. Yeah. And so I would like, make eye contact with her and then just jerk straight and like mimic her posture. And
what a fucking dick.
Just do an impression of her to her face. And
just
then just hide on the other. Yeah. No,
shitty teenager.
Fucking mean. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
We used to bully the shit out of that guy. I like called up the mall management one time and I was like, this is LB from Lucky Bags. Santa is stealing my customers. And like demanded that they kick Santa out of the mall as him. And they're like, yeah, okay, we'll look into that.
Did they believe that it was him?
No, but they probably heard from him so fucking much.
Right.
They thought it was funny.
That's fucking
good to bully folks like that. So, I feel like I've kept this shit going.
Yeah. You really went in on that.
Bullying, Adam, or did you get bullied?
Yeah, I feel bad about it in retrospect.
What'd you do?
Like my friend Tommy, growing up, I bullied him pretty hard.
What'd you do to him?
Well, he went to camp with us because his mom was Jewish, but
he was not a Jew.
His dad was Italian, so his name's Tommy Giorgione.
Hell yeah.
His brother's name was Joey Giorgione.
Hell yeah.
And he's a mind freak now. He's a street magician in Vegas. He does like magic.
So he deserved to be bullied.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like
we
bullied him into being a street magician.
Into street magicry.
Yo, did we order pizza yet or no?
No, we didn't order.
Oh, you fucking idiots!
God damn it, dude.
But like he would literally do anything for money. So he had this massive chest concavity. So like we stole like milk and cereal from the dining hall at camp.
Oh no!
And we had him like
eat
cereal out of his chest,
his own chest,
out of his own chest, and like it was like he would just literally do anything for money. And like did
you make him suck your dick?
We were like, I went on like a Israel.
Did you guys all come in the chest cabinet?
No, I went on like
he's got a big old bowl of cum on his chest. Now let's make him breastfeed the gay kid. That's some grade A bullying.
He would literally do anything. Like at camp, we had like a climbing wall, and the front climbing wall literally went back. Like what's it called? Like
reverse cowgirl.
Reverse cowgirl. No, like the incline was like beyond 90 degrees. It was like a overhang or
60, 90 degrees.
And we're like, yeah, Tommy, climb it without a harness for $2. He like jumped over the fence. We're like, you could die. He's like halfway up.
Oh, you
like,
mean it was like
down.
dangling over the fucking the
yeah,
abyss?
it was like you know your feet would be
Gotcha.
in front of your arms.
Right.
You know? But we were our parents sent us on this Israel summer trip. Shouts out all of our
Is that where you
listeners.
got sucked off by the braces Russian?
No, well, no.
How many times
no.
you been to Israel?
Twice.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Point of the story is he didn't like taking his shirt off because of the chest concavity. So
Right.
we went to the Dead Sea, which is like a natural wonder.
Yeah.
You can float on the water, but
Well,
he
yeah, if
didn't
you weigh
want.
120 pounds.
Yeah. Anyone
You
can.
little twink.
He didn't want to go, so he like went to the gift shop and like we get on the bus and he just bought like I think like 30 porn magazines. He like opens up his backpack and he's just pulling porn out. And there's just like a like a spread with like a 8 or like 12-inch dick like going into a girl's
hell
face.
yeah.
I'm like, yo, there are people around. You put this away. And we get to like the hostel.
We're in the holy
staying in.
city.
We get to Jerusalem. And he's like, we're like in our room, and he's like, Adam, I haven't beat off in 11 days since we got to this fucking country. I have 40 porn magazines. I need the room. I need the room. So like I left, and
More like Jizreel. Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
Remember,
my
this is
man.
a comedy podcast.
That was good.
So you got to do puns. That's
No.
real big right now.
So I knew he was jerking off in the room, and then I like saw my friends. I was like, I realized that the window to our room was open. The curtains were closed.
Oh hell yeah!
And then like my friends were like right outside our room, and I realized it was like leading into my room. So I told my friend, I was like, oh god. I told my friend, I was like, Tommy's beating off in there. So my friend, I'm not gonna censor this because we're immature kids, but
right.
my friend literally like walks up to the curtains and he opens them up and he's like, got any crack? Like Tommy,
Jesus
he just shouts it at Tommy. Tommy is completely flat on his back, just wearing socks, like holding his dick in one hand and the magazine in the other hand. And he just looks up at my friend Isaac, who says it, and literally his body like levitated like off the mattress and like did a 180, and he just landed like erection into the mattress so fucking hard. And there was just this shriek of pain because he like literally broke in his bone, or like birds flapped away. It was like
Oh my
he was
God.
screaming because his penis hurt so much.
Did he have to go to
And
the
then he
doctor?
saw me standing there. Everyone's laughing, you know. He saw me standing there,
betrayed
and
him.
he just like went nuts. And he started like throwing all my stuff out of our room.
Was he naked? Just still
Yeah, he was
naked and
completely
hard?
naked. He put my sweatpants on, and he was like doing lunges, like rubbing his balls on my sweatpants and stuff. And then,
Did he ever come?
like a week later,
Yeah, did he come?
It'd be so funny if
He
he
never
shrieked and came at the same time.
he never came. And then like a week later, I was sleeping, and I felt like in my sleep someone straddled me, and I opened my eyes, and Tommy was like above me holding a pillow, and he's just like looking down at me. He's like, Adam fucking Friedland, you betrayed my trust.
Oh
You
man!
humiliated me in public.
Holy shit!
And if you ever humiliate me again, I'll fucking kill you.
That's badass, dude.
I was hoping he was about to beat off on your face, dude.
Don't fuck with magicians, dude.
Yeah.
And now he's a mind freak street magician in Las
Oh,
Vegas.
Jesus, can you imagine the degree in which Chris Angel was fucked with by other kids? To become
I mean,
Chris
I really
Angel?
think that is
He's-
the
Since we've got the theme of bullying. Did I tell the story ever about how the baseball team at my school almost tricked a kid into sucking all their dicks?
Go on.
Dude, I remember these motherfuckers
boy?
were sadistic, dude. This was like, so fuck.
Was he a gay kid?
No. Okay, so he was like the kid. He'd been trying out for baseball. He was
Yeah.
like the kid who
I
plays
like this.
JV.
I like this as the alternative plot to Angels in the Outfield. Like, Dad, are we ever going to be a family again? Yeah, maybe if you suck all the dicks of the,
Of the
Angels.
California Angels.
Yeah.
Dude, this kid was like, so it was baseball, and everyone at baseball that played baseball was like football athletes on, like a different, half of them played, I think that was it, because it was spring, right? So it was either lacrosse. So it was like football guys, and just this one like white kid who loved baseball, who was just like a total spaz. He played JV for 3 years, and they were like, finally his senior year, they let him ride the bench on varsity, and these motherfuckers, dude, it took them a whole season. They like set up. They were like, so like the first part of the season, they would be like, he would walk in and like one guy would be on his knees and they would get up real quick and be like, oh, sorry, Jonathan, didn't want you to see it. And he's like, well, what's going on? He's like, no, don't worry about it. So they like set the groundwork. They made him like walk in on them fake sucking each other off a bunch.
Yeah,
And
black
then
guys are so much better at everything. It's like fuck, literally at everything.
and they were like,
They're like, yo, dude, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make a play. It's gonna have 9 acts and last an entire year.
dude, it literally lasted the whole season.
That's some like fucking. That is Shakespearean.
That's
It was
Cicero.
It was
yeah.
incredible,
Yeah.
dude. And I remember, and I played football, so they would like telling me, I was like, this is crazy. They would like keep me posted on the shit, and so then over the course of the season, like one of them pulled them aside. And was like, all right, man, we trust you, dude. Here's what happens: if you're really good friends with someone, it ain't gay if you suck his dick. That's teammate shit. He's like, oh, okay. He's just buying everything he's saying, and it's like, yeah, maybe one day like we'll let you in. He's like, oh yeah, okay, cool. And then like they just towards the end of the season, they're like, hey man, come in here, and they take him to like the fucking supply closet or whatever, and it's like, dude, it's a big day. He was like, we trust you, man. You're our teammate. He walks in. There's like fucking 5 dudes in there, and they're like. They're about to get their dicks out, and this kid's on his knees.
Oh,
He
that's
gets on his
terrible.
knees, and then the coach comes to get a bat, and he's like, "What the fuck is going on in here?" And to this day, I don't know if they would have made him suck their dicks, dude. That's the
terrible.
weirdest part of it all.
How much do you want to bet that kid is absolutely voting for Donald Trump? If that's the guy. People are like, how could you vote for him? He's like, shut the fuck up! Shut up! Don't shut up right now!
Oh my god! I was like,
Oh
I
my
remember being like,
God.
Jesus, guys, I don't know about this.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Like, this
yeah.
is like-
I'm so
I-
sad.
I legit don't know if they would have made him suck their dicks. He would have done it. He would have just done it.
But it's so like, what's the payoff of that?
I don't know, man.
You
Maybe
have
they're
a boy
gay.
to have a boy suck your dick.
Maybe they're gay is the other option.
You're kind of pranking yourself.
Well, they're prison gay.
They're prison gay, sure.
Yeah, that's why that happens in jail too.
As a goofy bit.
Yeah. It's because
As a prank.
they're grown men that don't know how to stop pranking on a fucking 8-year-old level.
God, the pranks in jail got
saw
to
a
be
YouTube
have to be
video
a
one
blast.
time.